Hello, I'm Nick Dark. I'm an adaptability coach and consultant and a meditation teacher. And today I am going to give you a meditation all about having fun with nothingness. As always, I'll read a sutra from the Radiance Sutras by Lorin Roche. I will talk to it a little bit and then I'll read it a couple more times. So do whatever it is that you like to do when you meditate, or whatever is just going to help you tune in. You could be doing something, you could be walking, you could be moving, or you might want to take a particular position, flop down somewhere as you wish. Maybe just take a couple of deep breaths or whatever works for you to just bring yourself more fully into the moment, to tune in. And I will read Sutra number 17. Think of any vowel. They're all delicious. Savor the sound with infinite gentleness. Attend to where it comes from within you and where it goes to when it fades away. Listen to the subtle, ever-changing tones, layer upon layer. Discover what gradualness is. The power of sound will lead you into the power of silence. Syllables are born from space, resonate in space, then melt into spaciousness. Know this silent spaciousness as yourself. So this sutra is doing a number of things. One, trying to call us home to kind of silent, vibrant emptiness. You know, out of chaos comes order, out of nothingness comes something. How we access our consciousness, our deepest self, how we access kind of the nothingness from which we originate. And it's talking about how we use sound and silence as a little runway into finding nothingness, into playing around with nothingness. And in particular using vowels. They're all delicious. And in so many aspects you can play around with this and have fun. So first is just to think about the silence that you are in before you make sound, before and after you make sound. And to notice when you do make sound, the vibration in your body. And when you make certain sounds, maybe so much or so often, they lose meaning. So think of any vowel. They're all delicious. Savor the sound with infinite gentleness. Ooh. Ah. Attend to where it comes from within you and where it goes to when it fades away. So just noticing in the body, just even with the breath into the throat. And when you make that noise, the louder that you make the noise or the quieter that you make the noise, how that resonates through your body. And again, listen to the subtle, ever-changing tones, layer upon layer. Discover what gradualness is. So discover what gradualness is in the fade of silence to sound, of ooh, and out again. Or maybe melding between different types of vibration, different vowel sounds like E, ooh. But then kind of also having fun with it, right? Like the power of sound will lead you into the power of silence. Syllables are born from space. If you keep going, E, ooh, 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 you'll start to wonder what on earth you're doing, and kind of getting rid of meaning, right? And so when we go into nothingness, we're removing constructs, we're removing meaning or beliefs, or maybe like linear language that tries to kind of pin everything down and make sense of everything. We try and bring like our conscious, logical processing, thought and attention to to what we're doing in meditation or to what we're doing in life, and maybe just playing around with some vowels can just bring you away from that mindset, from that logical thought process, and just draw your attention to like the fun and the wonder of life and sound and what you can create with your body, that you can create it out of silence, out of nothingness, and then you come back to silence and nothingness again. Discover what gradualness is. Just like play around and see how that opens you up to a more playful mindset of exploration, which is how we meet nothingness. When we're very rigid and we have structure and process and order to things, and we pin things down and we control things, it leaves no room for like serendipity, I was going to say fun, or creativity or spontaneity or surprise, possibility. And when we're in nothingness, you know, out of chaos comes order, out of nothingness comes something. When we're in nothingness, we're open to whatever rolls our way, a much more curious way of being, a much more fun and playful way of being. Syllables are born from space, resonate in space, then melt into spaciousness. Even if you want to go cerebral on it, it's interesting in terms of how we use language, and those sentences are out there in the ether, the way that we communicate thought through sound. And even when the sound is gone, the concept is still there, because we've put it out there and created it through sound and through language. You can still remember that. And maybe that's through concept, but also maybe that's through vibration, and having that vibration memory in the body of what that sound sounds like or feels like. And know this silent spaciousness as yourself. Be at home in the spaciousness. Sometimes we need nothingness. We need to empty ourselves from all the clutter. And again, that just leaves us clear for something exciting and different to come in. Be it transmission, spiritual transmission, a wave of energy, love, something that we've been missing and longing for. And so sometimes, especially on the spiritual journey or in meditation, we can be really like seeking and searching for stuff and really like pushing and trying to find and get there. And I've been there before, and I remember actually recently, earlier this year, all I just needed to do was just actually be empty. Just completely empty myself out into a state of nothingness, like let go of so much, for the new to come in, for love to come in, for connection to happen, just to get quiet, to be in a place of nothingness. But you can have fun to get there, and you can kind of dance in that vibration and that nothingness, vibrant emptiness, the dance between silence and vibration. And feel it in your subtle body as well. Feel it like when you make those sounds, the emotions that they generate in you of love, of fun. The vowel sounds, especially the ooh, the e, the ah, the okay, maybe it's not a vowel sound, but they're all noises that you make when you're doing something delicious or delightful, or that you want to revel in and that is fun. So why not make fun your path into connection and to playing around with sound and silence and emptiness and what on earth it is that we are, this ball of vibrating particles moving from silence to vibration, silence to sound. Even in stillness, we're still vibrating a little bit, quite a lot. Think of any vowel. They're all delicious. Savor the sound. savor the sound with infinite gentleness. Attend to where it comes from within you. Ooh. And where it goes to when it fades away. Listen to the subtle, ever-changing tones, layer upon layer. Discover what gradualness is. The power of sound will lead you into the power of silence. Syllables born from space resonate in space, then melt into spaciousness. Know this silent spaciousness as yourself. So, whenever you get a moment and it's quiet, savor the silence and think about how you can break it with a vowel sound, with any sound, with a shout or a clap. But play around with the vowel sounds and notice, attend where it comes from within you. What feeling calls you to make that sound? Playfulness, desire, satisfaction, and play around with the gradualness, layer upon layer, subtle, ever-changing tones of life and of the noise that you make. And let that lead you, let that gradualness or that dance between sounds lead you into silence. See which one takes you into silence. See which feeling it is that rolls you into silence. And enjoy that sense of vibrant nothingness in you by making nonsensical noises, by just playing and not having any structure to what you're doing, and letting go into the vibration and then into the silence. And making these noises will enable you to just tune more deeply into silence, to appreciate silence, and maybe how nourishing that can be for you, that nothingness. Because it's nourishing, because it's home in a very deep sense to you, and it's that gateway, it's that home in order for which the life force and love and energy and consciousness to just pour into you. So if you're feeling cluttered, make some crazy vowel sounds and play. Loosen up the structures, ease into emptiness, to nothingness, into silence, and see what else comes in instead. I hope you guys have fun with that. Have an awesome evening.